Welcome back to the channel. It's a truck. Today we're gonna talk about the best water tray for our carnivorous plant. When I first started cultivating carnivorous plant, I always used this styro boxes that I used before in my hydroponics when I was growing tomatoes and pepper in a solution that you can grow just vegetables and crops just using water and some nutrient solution. But now that I grow carnivorous plant, I don't need any solutions or any nutrient solution for these plants. But I still need this styro boxes. Why? Because styro boxes in the first place, that's why we are using it also in hydroponics, because it is sturdy, and at the same time it is a reused material. It means it is a recycled material, so that means that you're helping the environment in the same way. Even you put it in intense sunlight in the hot summer day, it will not, the temperature inside the styro boxes, it will not affect significantly, and it will stay cool. That's why this is very reliable materials to use in planting crops, and this time we use it in carnivorous plants. So you can put a plastic cover in the styro box, then you can instantly have a reliable water tray. And you can put a lot of different plants there, like this. In this video you see Tricolaria diva, aquatic carnivorous plant. Here we have Venus flytrap that is in the water tray that is made of plastic. But if I have a choice and if I can put the styro box inside, I will still use styro boxes. In this season, I decided not to use any water tray unless it is in their individual pot, because if you put your plants in this let's say a plastic basket, because it is big and most of your plants is planted together near each other, it can retain more moisture if you plant it in this way. The same way you can expect better aeration, and you will not have any worries growing algae and fungus, because it is well aerated and the water will not stay. As you can see, I use the styro box to plant my seedlings, my sphagnum moss, and they like it because the temperature inside the styro box is stable, and the temperature is very most of the time is cool and suitable to grow our carnivorous plant. Favorite material for my water tray, which is the styro boxes. As you can see, I also use it as my propagation tray, because it's very ideal, because it always stays cool and the height is just right, around 3 inches, and it's good to look because it's wide and the size is uniform. And I don't think using styro boxes is not a good choice, because others told me that it's not sturdy enough to hold plants and to use it in carnivorous plants. But I disagree, because this styro boxes is really sturdy. I even use it as a package shipping materials when someone buy carnivorous plant and I need to send it in a very far away area, and it's really helps me a lot. And it's the same, I told you, it helps the environment. I bought this styro boxes from fruit market near my area, where they're just dumping it in the dump site. Instead, I told those fruit seller that I will buy all of their styro boxes. And when they came, then I got around 40 boxes that time. And every time I get there, I get a lot of styro boxes. But this time, it's very hard to buy styro boxes this pandemic because they don't use styro box anymore. Instead, they use I think crates, wooden crates, and cartons, paper cartons. But still, as long as that styro box is here, it's here to stay, and I will always use it as my water tray. But if you don't have styro boxes in your area and you don't think uh, it's a good aesthetic in your garden, you can always use ordinary tray or any basin that will looks good in your growing area. But if you are outdoor grower like me, having styro box is really a big help because of its properties. And for this few minutes before we close this video, I would like to tell you something about what I'm doing now. I stopped using water tray for a while because my plants I can really see that they really love uh, the aeration in compare before that they are in the tray, and the ants that bring the aphids can't colonize their pot and their medium because it's not protected in the with wind and water during rain. So I remove all the styro boxes now and the trays. But when the summer come, I told you in next year I will return the water tray and use styro box again. But for a while, I will continue using it, and I suggest that you do it also because why? Because this season it's cold and often it rains, and I don't think we need styro boxes in the building. I don't think we need a water tray unless you are too busy person that you can't water your plants daily. Because if you don't have a water tray, it is must that you water your plants regularly, at least every other day. But for us, we water this every day because we also have live sphagnum moss on the top that we need to keep it green and moist always. So I hope I shared some of the things that I'm doing here in the greenhouse. I hope it also helps you in yours. And see you next time. Bye bye.